how to download and use Ansible Galaxy role with Ansible-Galaxy and requirement.yml. I'm going to show you in a live demo with some simple Ansible code. I'm Luca Burton and welcome to today's episode of Ansible Pilot. What is an Ansible role? An Ansible role is a set of reusable Ansible artifacts. It solves one problem and contains all the relevant tasks, variable, defaults, handler, module, or other plugins. For users, the Ansible roles are easy to download and share via Ansible Galaxy. For developers, the Ansible roles are easy to upload and share via Ansible Galaxy. Plus, an Ansible role has a defined standard directory, structure, and format. What is Ansible Galaxy? It's the website available at the URL https://galaxy.ansible.com. The search engine, tags, and platform make you easy to find any content inside. I recommend you to carefully evaluate the quality of content before using it in your systems. Quality indicators are usually the quality assurance of code, the supported operating system and platform, the documentation, the release numbers, the presence of a changelog, for example, the number of downloads, and the author or creator. Please notice that the website contains Ansible role and Ansible collections. Today, we are focusing on Ansible role content. Let's jump in a real-life demo about how to download and use Ansible Galaxy role. Wait a minute, do you want to know more about Ansible role? Go to docs.ansible.com. Here you can find a very accurate view about the directory structure, about how to use the role, how to configure also some variable in your play, also what is the execution order with some task that you can be defined before and after. Also how to reuse the code in your playbook, some validation modification that changes in Ansible Core 2.11 and a lot of, variable and parameters that you can share in your playbook. Also how to use multiple roles in your playbook, how to combine different parameters, also how to use role dependency. Yes, you can combine multiple roles in your playbook. So there is a lot of things that this reuse of code enables, and this page gives you a very comprehensive overview about also the structure, how to write the code, how to share with Ansible Galaxy, and bear in mind that Ansible role has a foundation on all the possible Ansible statements, so variable, conditional, loops, and so much more. So it might be complex, but from the user point of view, it's very easy. It's only a package that you download and use in your everyday journey. So as you can see, this is very important for the reuse of code and also guarantee some quality assurance. From the user point of view, you need only to jump to galaxy.ansible.com And when the website is loaded, you jump it out in a screen like this, where you can find out the more popular role, but the most important part is the search area, where you can find out all the available Ansible collection and role. Let's focus on role. As you can see, we can search also by popular tag or platform. And for example, let me search for the popular Log4Shell vulnerability scanner. So as you can see, there are different results. In my case, I was clicking on my role that is available as to everyone. The quality score is 5 by 5, so as you can see, it's very it respects all the common quality assurance of code, and there is plenty of supported operating system, and also is well documented with a version, so everyone can see the changelog and what is this role about. He has a lot of tags, so the people can search for multiple and different things. So it is, as you can see, there is installation, there is easy command line that you can type on your system to just download the code and also use in your playbook. So let's jump to our editor and let's start our journey using this Ansible role Log4Shell, for example, but it's the same with different one. Welcome to my editor. Right now I'm a user, so let's forget about all the complexity of writing a role, directory structure, all this stuff. We want only to use this code and don't care about what is behind. So let's begin our play with one name, for example role demo, and let's define the target host, in my case all of my inventory, and the only keyword that we need to know is roles, and let me list the role that I would like to use. In my case, the role as a user has a namespace that is the creator name, in my case LucaB85, and dot the role name, so Ansible underscore role underscore Log4Shell. And that's it, no more things involved. You can see we need only to specify the role list and the role name, and Ansible will do the hard work for us. So it's taking care of downloading the code and use it. Okay, in my case, I would like to also to specify one variable that is a parameter of this specific role. So in this case is detector underscore path, and let me specify /var/www, but this is very specific for the role, and you can find this within the documentation of every single role. So every single role has a different parameter. Some role don't have any, some has a default, but if you would like to change in your playbook, you can specify in this way. And that's it. From the user point of view, we don't need to do anything more, just search on Galaxy and use in our playbook. It's fantastic! Ansible could also automate the download of code, so let's create one file. The name is specific requirement.yml and is specific format for downloading the role from Ansible Galaxy. In my case, let's begin with role and define the name. The name is the one that we find out from Galaxy. So lucab.ansible underscore role underscore log4shell, and that's it. The default path to download is expected to be galaxy.ansible.com. You can also customize with your, I don't know, for example, source control management URL or some specific URL in the file system or some personal website, but for Galaxy you don't need to specify anything else. So this is the syntax: role and the name, and Ansible is taking care of the download of the code for the usage. So In our playbook, you can use in this requirement only the download of the code. Are you ready for some action? Let's jump to the console. Finally, we are able to execute our playbook with Ansible-playbook. Let me specify also my inventory file. In my case, is under virtual machine demo inventory and Galaxy role. You might ended up with a message like this. As you can see, the role lukab.ansible_role_log4shell was not found. So this is a clear message, which means that you can't use the role because it's not installed yet. So let's proceed with the installation. In order to set up the code, we can proceed with Ansible-galaxy command, and let's add some parameter install -r, and let me specify my requirements.yml file. In a blink of an eye, Ansible is connecting to the Galaxy repository and set it up the latest version of the code, in my case version 0.4.1. You can also specify some version if you want in the requirement file, but by default is using the latest one. And now let's execute again my Ansible playbook, and this time I'm not expecting any error. So let's see step by step the execution. Okay, this time is okay on gathering facts, so we move one step forward, but there is another problem. This role is expected to run by root user. Back on my editor, role execution as root piece of cake become true in the beginning of the playbook, and now the privilege escalation is enabled. So let's go back to the console. Let's execute my playbook with Ansible-playbook. Again, let's specify the inventory, in my case under virtual machine, demo and inventory. And what else? Oh, the playbook, sure, under Galaxy role.yml. The execution went smooth this time. Let me accept the SSH key, and as you can see, the tasks are executed from the code that we downloaded from Ansible Galaxy. So every task has a name. As you can see, this is the download of dependency, so all the software that this role need. Then little by little, step by step, we see the change status for creating the directory for the scanner. Also now we have the execution, and that depends by the amount of the file present in our system, and in the end we have the result like a printing of the message and a small recap from Ansible that in my case is 10 OK status, 6 changed for creating and deleting the folders. As you can see, we wrote literally no code, only one line of code that say, hey, I want this role name, and Ansible did all the difficult job. Also with Ansible-Galaxy, we downloaded from the command line, from the directory, the code, and we are 100% sure that the code that we execute is up to date with registry. This is a great code reuse and a great resource that you must know in your Ansible journey. So every time you need to archive something, take a look on Galaxy. You will be surprised how much code is already available for usage. So let's start. Have fun. Now you know how to download and use Ansible Galaxy role with Ansible using the command line ansible-galaxy utility and requirement.yml. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this lesson, give me a thumbs up, write a comment, or keep in touch with me. See us on the next lesson of Ansible Pilot.